I'm going to be trying out the new Avalon 120 by Third Coast PaddleSports. I'm going to take it on a little fishing, see how we do. We're on the Hiawassee River, heading into Murphy. I got about a 6-mile stretch here between where I got dropped off and once I get into the lake, Lake Hiawassee. I'm just going to take a little few seconds to explain this boat. It's got 3 hatches, one in the front, one oval in the front, one circular one right around your knees, right below your knees. And it gives you great access. And then it's got in the back another singular circle hatch and a little storage. And I got a waterproof bag back there, and I got some drinks and whatnot in there. And I've got my fishing tackle and everything I need for the day. I've been casting the line a little bit, doing a little jigging here and there. But so far, it's done really well. Now, I just crossed that area there. I've probably been about a mile in so far, and I'm just now going to start recording. It's extremely stable. It tracks really well. I've had nothing but, I mean, it even edges good. Believe it or not, for sit on top, if you need to make a good hairpin turn, it edges pretty good. And I've actually had to edge it a few times just to get into a good flow area. And this river, I don't even think it gets a class 2. There are a little bit of rapids coming up here in another mile or so, but other than that, there really isn't anything. Further upstream, or should I say further back upstream, there is some probably class 2, maybe to class 3, but I wouldn't say class 3. Otherwise, it's just a good fishing boat, and I don't have any the accessories. I haven't put anything on here. I haven't put a depth finder, none of that. I'm just using an oar. It has an attachment for a rod holder. I really don't too much worried about that because, as you can see, I'm kind of in a canopy area, and I wouldn't want any rods hanging out of the boat right now. And I'm floating backwards, and that's what I mean by how well it tracks. I mean, I literally turned the boat around up there just to go a little bit backwards here, so I could talk and introduce this kayak. I hope I'm wording everything correctly, but it's called the Avalon 120 by Third Coast PaddleSports, and we picked up ours at Walmart. It was a floor model. It was missing 2 or 3 of the cat bags that were in it. All 3 of them actually, and they weren't inside the kayak or anything like that. And I called Third Coast and actually wrote them an email, and they replied within, I think it was within just a couple of hours, and I sent them a verification that I actually, bought the boat, a picture of the receipt, and I think the serial number off the boat, just to prove that, and I don't blame them for that, because, anybody could have owned this thing for a while, and then, suddenly lost all the stuff, and you know what I mean? Trying to get some new cat bags for free. But, it was a floor model, and it was missing just a couple cat bags in it. Well, all the cat bags. And they sent them for free, and, it's just been great so far. This is my 7th or 8th journey out with it since the water started warming up a little bit, and it's not so cold. And we had a big flood, and I've taken it out actually on a lot more faster, more deeper river than this, and did really well in it. And no problems. It's just a great kayak. It's proven to me to be worth every dime we spend. Of course, we bought it as a floor model, so it wasn't quite as much as you might buy brand new. I think they range somewhere in $700 to $800 brand new. Ours was, I think, $478. They knocked a little off for some of the missing stuff, and I'll just tell you, it's got everything you need. If you're a coffee drinker like I am, and I got my coffee on here somewhere, it's sitting in there. And, I got a couple drinks in there in that back park there, a couple drinks, and I even brought myself a Zima. Okay, I know, it's been 30 years since they came out. It's like God waved his magic hand and made Zima possible again. But I got an ice cold Zima in that bag, and it's going to stay cold because of the water and everything. It's in a non-waterproof compartment. And anyways, I'm just going to start doing some fishing and enjoy myself. So, again, this is the Avalon 120 by Third Coast PaddleSports, and this is, like I say, my 8th trip out, and it's just been awesome. I've really enjoyed myself, and I made a video earlier, and I wasn't so I was having more fun than anything else. But I'm going to try to be a little more serious and explain this boat a little bit more, and show you a little bit more of it, and show you how well it tracks and everything you need to do in it. But as far as fishing out of it, it's been a breeze. You know, you can tie this off. I've got a couple little doodads for tying stuff off, and you know, I can tie off to a limb and stay in one little spot and fish it for a while, and then just pull myself off and head on out to the next spot. Well, we caught our first bass. Just got him off the hook, and he's a little itty bitty one. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Hey. There he is. You gonna send him back to the hotel he came from? He obviously didn't stay at a Motel 6. And he's gone. First fish of the day. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. That's what I like. It's been a pretty successful little outing. Paddled my butt off against the wind for a little while, and caught a few bass, and saw a lot of wildlife, little ducks. Just a lot of boats out right now, and I don't know. It's been a good day. I mean, I've been fishing all day long. I think I fished for about 6 or 7 miles, and I just now came to a stop, and I'm just gonna get out here and park the kayak and wait for the old lady to come get me. Again, it's a good kayak. I rate it at least, you know, 1 out of 5 stars. I give it 5 stars for what it is. It's a fishing kayak. It's not something you're going to take whitewater, and it's not something you want to do a lot of touring with. It's for fishing. I've enjoyed it. I've had a good day. This is Jeff in a Jeep. Again, this was the Avalon 120 by Third Coast PaddleSports, and worth every dime we spent. And I've had a good time, and look forward to do it again.